Hi, Ron.
Hey, it's kitchen kind of setup today.
Oh, it's frozen. Okay, there we go. Good?
I can see.
Okay, I got frozen for a bit there.
Is that an iPad you've got set up there? What is it?
Yeah.
Does it
Is it
does it go horizontal? I'm just looking.
yeah, it's just that you'll
It's
only
hard
be
to-
seeing my belly.
Oh, that's a much better picture, Gretchen.
Okay. I'll have to be like this.
Get yourself a little stool.
I'll do this.
That does look much better.
Okay. Okay. I have it leaning on honey jars in here too. Okay, I'm gonna go tell everybody to be quiet. I'll be
Okay.
right back.
This
So
looks awesome. I'm so glad. This is a good idea to record something like this. This is gonna be neat.
yeah, no, it'll be fun. I'm excited about it. It'll be cool. Let me see if I can raise this up a little bit. Just 1 second. I have a stack of books here too.
It's a nice wide view. Can see lots.
Yeah. My stand is not that great, or my iPad case isn't that great.
Yeah, I've got stacks of pillows I use sometimes, Kleenex boxes, books.
Yeah. Jars of honey are good because they're really heavy. Can you see?
I can see the bowl.
Yeah.
I can see the countertop. Yeah.
Okay. Now I can't see me though.
Yeah.
Oh, it's still no head. Oh my god.
That when you go to that other view, it just sort of shrinks the picture so small you can't really see much. But
okay.
So how is this working tonight? Are you leading this, or is Tiffany?
I'm gonna do the cooking and like saying what I'm doing, and then Tiffany is gonna tell us the Ojibwe words for it too.
Cool. Oh, that sounds neat.
We'll see how it goes. I've been like standing in my kitchen for like 30 minutes because I'm like, I just want to get started.
I think it looks cute when you're ducking down to say hi into the camera and that. It's gonna be really good.
I've got my soup cooking too, so that when the bread's done, the kids and my husband will be able to eat some soup with their bread. So yeah, we're all set.
Nice.
Uh-oh.
A little bit of freezing there. We lost Gretchen and Tiffany. Gretchen, you're frozen totally. Hmm. Hey, Jawan.
I'm gonna switch because I think my iPad's having trouble because it keeps disconnecting, eh?
Yeah, it sort of loses the connection and then.
Yeah, I'm gonna go on my iPad.
I finally got in. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. It took me forever. Oh, shoot. Look at that.
That is
Oh my
weird.
gosh. I crapped the bed on this, Gretchen. It says I'm in a practice. Can you hear me?
Hi, Jawan. Yeah, you're in the right spot.
Okay. It says I'm in a practice session.
Yeah,
But anyways.
it hasn't started yet. When
Oh, okay, so this is where we practice.
When I press the start button, we'll all be really good to go.
Perfect.
And Tiffany, you've got the
Okay.
phone system going again?
Yeah, is it staticky to you?
You sound fine. That's how the phone
Okay.
sounds. Yeah.
Good. I had a lot of issues. I had the repair guy out this week, so just checking.
So I think Gretchen was just switching computers, so she's going to have to rejoin the meeting.
All right. So can you see? There we go.
Yeah,
That looks
you see the
pretty good,
bowl
right?
and, whenever I do
That's
cooking,
where
I call it chemical.
I want
Yep,
it
she is. Hey,
first.
Gretchen.
Oh,
I think
can't see
got
anybody else.
out.
Oh,
Okay. Now my
Okay,
computer's a mess because I had to.
so it's almost 6 o'clock.
Okay.
So I'm going to record this so everybody knows. And then I'll get off the screen so you guys are front and center, okay? I'll open the door here.
Tell him to try it from his computer.
Bonjour, everybody. Looks like we have opened the doors. Bonjour, Kenawea. Hope
Bonjour.
everybody's having a good evening.
Oh, it's nice. Nice to see everybody here.
We are excited to do our first cooking session, and please bear with us. This is our first one, so we were trying to weigh out the technology and doing this all at once. And as I was getting everything together, I realized I didn't have my meda. So hopefully I will get it in time to make this happen.
Okay, yeah. I'm all set. I'm ready here. So yeah, we'll work.
Is Kogi Soons on with us?
Oh, we can hear you. I think you have to press.
Tiffany, try *6 on your phone.
Okay, there I am.
Yeah, there we go. Awesome. So bonjour, everybody. Oh, look at all it's so nice to see all the names. It's so nice to see everybody here. Miigwech for joining us. So bonjour, Ani, Gretchen Sands, Gamble, Anishinaabeg, Bkwezhgan, Jikandonam, Anishinaabeg, and Dow. And I'm so happy everybody's here. So yeah, Jean, go ahead.
Bonjour, inadron Joshua Isikwan additional cause, Ketranong and Dunjaba, Makwana Dodam, Ikinamagaza and Dow, Anishinaabeg and Dow. I'm so excited. This is our first time, and this is doing a cooking session. So I'm excited. We're kind of tag teaming this tonight with all three of us, with us doing all the bread. Hopefully you guys have your ingredients at home, and then Makoki Isu's helping with the Anishinaabeg. So I'll let you introduce yourself. Makoki Isu's.
Oh, okay. Bushum, Kogi, Suns, Indigenous Cause, Bkwezhgan, Dunjaba, Gasha and Dow, Anishinaabeg and Dow. Miso. I'm ready. I have some words for our fried bread. Did they get the handout?
I put it on the slide deck, but we have a lot of people here who weren't here last time, so they might not have the slide deck, but they'll get it. So they'll be able to listen to it, and then we'll give the handouts out afterwards.
Okay, and also, I think a great part of this activity is it gives us a chance to experience kind of like an immersion style learning. So that's what's great about cooking with Anishinaabeg, because you're doing the actions and you're learning the words as they come. And for the learners, don't feel pressured that if it's going too fast, because it's just another style of learning, and whatever you can catch it, and just enjoy the experience.
Great, miigwech. So yeah, I guess we'll get started here. So should we talk about our ingredients first?
Miigwech. Yes, let's do our machta da. Everything that we should have set out. Your Bkwezhgan.
Bkwezhgan.
Yep.
Bkwezhgan.
Bkwezhgan.
Mkwans.
Mkwan.
Mkwans. Bkwezhgan.
It is a word for a cup. My elder said that we could also say nogon.
Oh, nogons.
No.
Yeah, when we're cooking for a measurement, nogon. But either or,
Nogon.
or nogon.
Nogon.
Oh, miigwech. Not sure what these ones were.
Oh, I don't know.
Cups. It does make cup sauce.
Gotta be a way because of the action it does. It like grabs things. We'll just call them tongs.
Tongs.
Tongs. Our Zaskukwan.
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 The frying pan. Zaskukwan.
Napane.
Napane. Flour.
Zitagen.
Zitagen.
Some salt. Zitagen.
Zitagen.
Bkwezhgan.
This one was new for me. I got it mixed up. It is Bkwezhgan.
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 Meanwhile, Dudu Shabu.
Dudu shabu.
Shabu.
Oh. Meanwhile, Mida.
Mida.
Mideh. Cooking oil.
Did I get everything?
Yep, I think so. Do you have a cutting board?
I didn't bring my cutting board. So I
Just put it on the
apologize
counter.
between moving. So I came back to my old house, which I'm kind of moved out of. So
Okay.
but Gretchen probably has a cutting board.
I have one. I just threw it on my counter though.
Yeah, I think, I don't know if you guys use that, but if you do, that word is sagakun.
Is that one again?
Kaku?
Sagakun.
Sagakun. Gagakuts. Gagakuts.
Me?
I think that's all the words that we need for
Yes.
starting.
Okay. All right. Are you ready, Jawin?
How? So
Okay.
what I want to let you guys know is that I make my bread a little different than a lot of people. Making Anishinaabeg Bkwezhgan is a skill that's taught throughout life. And I've had 3 people teach me that I basically had to incorporate into how I could do it best for me, because I would try it their way and it wouldn't turn out. So I incorporated 3 different Anishinaabeg Kwewaks recipes into how I make it. So I always need to acknowledge them with that, because this isn't my recipe or my way of doing it. This is their creation. So Maj Tada. And I had a hard time creating a recipe that you can actually redo, because the elders don't necessarily measure. And when you watch and learn, it's you just do just what they do. So I'm using Bkwezhgan Nagans, 1 cup today. I usually don't even use cups. I'll just grab a mug or a tumbler and just grab a thing of flour. So I'm trying to measure today. I'm not going to measure everything. So I hope you guys understand. Okay, Bkwezhgan Nagans, Napana.
Bkwezhgan Nagans. Tune Bkwezhgan. Tune Bkwezhgan. Put it in the bowl.
Niche.
Niche Nagan San. Tune Bkwezhgan. Swear. Swear Nagan. Napane.
We're gonna keep it at Swa for tonight, just to keep it a small batch.
What is that? Bkwezhgan.
Bkwezhgan.
Now this is where I just use my M-Quans. It's just like a cereal spoon. It might be like a tablespoon in your
That's what
actual
I use. Tablespoon.
M-Quans.
Yeah.
Need gonan. Need gonan is added. Need gonan.
None. Bkwezhgan.
Basic.
Niche.
Niche.
Swa.
Swear. Swear M-Quanan. Gi. Need gonan. Bkwezhgan.
Oh, me
We
sweat.
added 3.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Zutagan.
Oh, we have somebody who just asked if we could repeat just from the start. So, Swe Napane, so 3 cups of the flour. And how many? Yeah, and how many Swe
Sweat.
Bkwezhgan? The baking powder, Swe Bkwezhgan.
Uh-huh.
And that's where we are.
So now a batch, you can make how big or how small you want for how big your family is. The sweat is a tiny batch for my family. On a regular night, I'll usually make nanin. So nanin, nagas, napane, nanin, M-Quans, Bkwezhgan, meanwhile, nanin, Zutagan. This one I don't know how to measure, because they've always showed me in a hand and they said it was bigger than a pinch. It's like a dime size in your hand.
So put it in your hand, and it's called Ngudninch. Ngudninch, 1 little handful.
1 little handful.
In your,
And can you
oh yeah, that's
all done?
really tiny. That's good. Goodninch, a little.
Like the dime size.
The dime size.
Bkwezhgan,
Okay. Niche.
Beige, and Sweat.
Okay. Sweat. 333
West.
baby.
So if you're making a bigger batch, so the base recipe is 1 cup napane, 1 cup Bkwezhgan. I mean 1 mkwas, 1 spoon Bkwezhgan. Meanwhile, 1 dime size handful of zutagen. So you
Okay.
multiply that all by however big you want it.
Yuck. I'm also learning how to make bread. That's why I wanted Jawin to cook, because every time I make fry bread, I don't know how it's going to turn out. Sometimes it's amazing. Sometimes it's like meh. I also learned from a woman in the community who just eyeballed everything. She's like, I don't measure, so come over and watch me. So she told me to come over at 7 a.m. and learn how to make fry bread. So I did. And, it's not measured.
Yeah.
And that's what you have to do. You watch and you learn. And there was no measurements. So when I start to try to teach this, I had to try to figure out the measurements.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Owanesh, Nangu, mix it up.
Oh, Dajigen, mix it up.
Daji again.
Dajigen.
Say it while you're doing it. Dajigen.
And Dajigen is I'm telling you guys to stir it, and if you want to say that I'm stirring it, you could say Nin Dajigen.
Nin Daji again.
Nin Dajigen. That's the me part. Nin Dajigen.
Daji again. Oh, one thing I forgot that we should do right now is our midah. We need to make sure our midah is hot enough to cook. If we put it in at a too low of a temperature, it won't cook and it'll just soak up all the midah. So let's let that sit for right now. And get your frying pan and your midah. I already put my midah. Like I said, I forgot my midah, so I had a little bit of it left. So we'll see if this will work. I always use a big wok because I always make lots. My family is big. I make lots all the time. So I have a little bit. This should still work. We need to make sure that we turn it on and that it gets hot enough. Now, again, I don't know what temperature, but I'll show you how to check your midah if it's hot enough. So I would say in your frying pan, you need at least that much midah in there.
Mm-hmm. I usually put the heat on somewhere between medium and a notch up from there, but everyone's stove's different. Like,
Yep.
I would put mine on number 6 or between 5 and 6. And if it gets too high, then your bread will cook too fast and it'll be soft on the inside. And then if you have your oil too low on the temperature, it'll take forever.
Yeah. So mine, I usually put mine between just over 7.
Okay.
And I wish I could tell you a temperature, but I don't use thermometers and I was never taught that way.
Yeah.
Medium high, right?
Oh, I have a
Yes.
secret tip. I have a tip from my mother-in-law. If the bread is still doughy when you're done, put it in the microwave and cook it for like 30 seconds and it'll cook.
Really?
It's not a loss. Don't throw it away.
Oh, I always just toss them out. I never knew that worked.
There you go.
Okay, so once your midah's on the stove, and it will take a while. We'll probably have to wait for mine. Usually I do it, that's the first thing I do, but I forgot tonight. So after that's all mixed up, we add our dudu shabu. Now you guys are gonna hate me again. No idea how much you use. I just put mine in until I know what it looks like. And I'll show you. It's actually a lot of dudu shabu. Maybe I should measure it sometime, but I don't know how. I just know by looking at it.
Another
So
note.
right now,
Oh, You need more. Some people don't use milk. Like my partner, he can't have milk, even when it's lactose free. So I just use water. Eta, bish eta.
Yep, and lots of people's recipes call for beef, and that's fine. Now, this isn't the only way to make Bkwezhgan. Everybody has their own tricks and tips and their special recipes. This is just how I learned it. So lots of people use other different things in their recipe. So now I need to mix it up, and this isn't going to be nearly enough. I would say it with 3 cups, it's going to be about half a bag to 3/4 of a bag of dudu shabu. Oh, I didn't mind. And you need to make it look.
Pouring in the milk is zignan.
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 You pour the milk and you stir it up. You need lots of milk.
And Dajigen minwa.
Dajigen minwa.
Dajigen minwa.
It's going to look like a paste. And what I had learned was a lot of an elder from KP, she would make a big batch of bread, like probably like this big. And she would really work it. I tried that and I screwed it up. If you knead it too much, it becomes hard. And I couldn't make it that way.
Yeah, I always just stir it gently with the spoon to just kind of mix it all together. And then like mine's a little bit crumbly. And then when I take it out of the bowl, then I kind of knead it a little bit to just get it mixed up a little bit more, but not too much though, right? Because you don't want it to get really dense.
So mine looks like that. I don't know if you can necessarily see that. It's really pasty. Lots of dudu shabu in there. And I have to make mine individually. So 1 bread at a time. This is where all the love goes into it.
Yeah. I think my bread kind of looks like, my dough looks like how yours is looking, Jao, and it's wet at first, and then you add the napane to even out the texture. Hey.
So then I take my cookie sheet.
Oh yeah, that's what I was supposed to translate. Cookie sheet.
Cutting board's still like kind of similar, like, but you're not cutting on it. You're gonna put just some flour.
I do mine just on the counter.
I used to use the counter until I saw somebody else use a cookie tray, and I was like, that's so much better because it's easy cleanup.
Yep, that's a good idea.
This is all the, I'm gonna do that. Thanks for the tip.
Yes, see, it's all about watching and learning from others, and you pick up to make it your own, right? There's like 3 elders in here in this bread, and that's what I can share. So I hope everybody's following along. Good, we're not going too fast. So I just spread my napane out, and we're gonna do 1 bread at a time. I actually like to get a bigger spoon so that I don't necessarily, I'm going to now spoon the wet mixture into this flour and knead 1 bread at a time.
Okay, can I share some words real quick while you do that? Okay, so number 6 on our sheet, it says when the dough is too wet, it's zam biu jia napane. Zam biu jia napane. The dough is too wet. Zam biu jia napane. And then what she's gonna do next is add some flour until it gets drier. That's the Anishinaabeg one is very literal. So this is abdek nidgonan napane nwunj we bangwung. It's a big one. How abdek nidgonan napane nwunj we bangwung.
So what I do now is that I grab from the outside and I need in. If you touch the wet stuff, you're gonna get it all over your hands. Touch the flour first.
Okay.
And outside to in. This will take a little while. This is where you put love into it.
Yeah, pack that love in there. Ojibwe I think is just on the outside, Ojibwe and then in the center is, what is it? Optaway. There's a few words for the center. Optaway, and then there's Ojibwe is outside, Optaway is in the center.
And after I do that, then I just pat mine down. And you'll start to feel the toughness in it, but you have to fold it in. It's really soft in the beginning, but you keep folding and it looks like this. So I'm going to put that to the side because my mida is not hot enough yet. And I'm going to make some more.
Wow. It looks really soft.
It never, at the beginning, it never used to come out soft. And I had to learn. I had to figure it out.
Yum.
Now we need to realize too that for Anishinaabeg, this isn't our traditional bread. We didn't make this. This was not our traditional ways. It came after the Europeans came and that we needed rations. And the rations they gave us was napane, mida, and we had to figure out a way to use that and to eat that. So when we call these, our traditional food, this isn't our traditional foods. This came after Europeans came.
Thank you
And
for
we
sharing.
adapted to the ingredients that we had available to us rather than just the land, because that's where we had to. Then I usually just flip mine over and give it a good press down. And again, there's another one.
And I think it's important to point out too, like the traditional food was things like meat, right? Like the weos, the deer meat and ducks around here and muskrat and things. And also plants too, like the berries and things that we find from the earth. And, there was a time period.
And berries.
Yeah. And there was a time period where, because of laws in Canada, Indigenous people or First Nations people weren't able to leave the reserves. And so they had to make do with what we had, right? And so, fry bread's delicious and good, and it really wasn't making the best out of a situation that wasn't so good, right? So resilient, that's what I think. That's us.
And it was whatever the Indian agent would provide them.
Yeah.
And that's what we got.
Yeah, it was flour and it was oil and salt, really, right? So yeah.
Yep.
But now we have delicious fry bread.
Okay, so I have 3 done. I'm gonna show you how to check if your mida is hot enough.
Ow. Just so you ladies know, my home phone died, so I'm on with you guys. I turned off my camera so that we don't lose connection because my internet's bad.
Okay, so what I do with the little pieces of dough on my hand, I drop a little piece of dough into my mid-a. And I don't know if you can see that, but right there, it needs to come up real fast and start to bubble. To me, it looks like my mid-a is hot enough. If your bread just sinks in there, it's not hot enough. So I'll try it again. If you guys didn't see, I just take any little piece off my finger. That actually might look like it's a little bit too hot because I don't have too much in there. And as soon as it comes up, it should come up pretty quick and it should be bubbling. Your mid-a is hot enough. If it's too hot, like Gretchen said, or I mean, Makogi Suit said, it will cook too fast on the outside and not on the inside. If it's not hot enough, you put your fry bread in there, it just soaks up all the mid-a and you bite into it and you can taste that. So I will try our first.
All right.
Okay, let me share some language on waiting until the oil is hot. So wait until the oil is hot is Bobby Doon, Bkwezhgan mideg. Bobby Doon, wait for it. Bobby Doon, Bkwezhgan mideg is for it to get hot. And mideg is there. And Bobby Doon, Bkwezhgan mideg.
Bobby Doon, Bkwezhgan mideg.
And I forgot to share the word for when you're kneading your bread. Gretchen's doing it, so we can share it now. She's playing with the bread. It's nidnan. Nidnan. For kneading.
Nidnan.
Nidnan.
Nidnan. Nidnan.
Nidnan.
You put yours in, Rowan?
Monesh?
Did you put yours in?
Yep.
Okay, the word for putting it in the oil is tune mideng.
Tune mideng.
Tune mideng.
So you should see it bubbling up.
Okay.
I've got some soup going too for dinner.
Wow.
So there's
Gretchen,
lots of ways to eat this.
Oh, mine's too hot.
So you need to check. If it is too hot, like Gretchen's is,
Look at that.
holy! So she might, I don't know if the microwave will fix that one, but you
I
might
don't
want to
think
take that
anything
one
can
out.
fix this one. Taking that one off. I need to turn my oil down. It's way too hot.
So and please be careful. Don't just pop it in there. It will splatter. You need to make sure that if there's kids out there, you always have an adult with you to do this stuff. Now, it will take a few minutes on each side, but one thing, you only flip it once. I try to get by sometimes if it's too light and I flip it again. I was always told, go in. Bkwezhgan, only once. You flip it once. So in the meantime there, I put my roasting pan with my paper towels because when it comes out, it's got a lot of mid-a on it. So I'm gonna get that ready and this will cook for a little while.
Maybe we can call the tongs Bkwezhgan
Chicken?
because it's a flipper. Also, it's what we call a spatula too. Bkwezhgan.
Bkwezhgan.
What chicken?
In this case, it's going to be flipping things. Gwek is that flipping or changing position. Bkwezhgan.
Bkwezhgan. Bkwezhgan.
So when your Bkwezhgan is golden, that's when you want to. It's done, but before it's done, you got to flip it, and the word for flip it is Abedek we Bkwezhgan. Abedek we Bkwezhgan. Flip it.
Abedek we Bkwezhgan.
We have a question in the puff up as it
Okay.
cooks. We have a question, Jarwin. Should it be puffing up as it cooks?
Oh, should it be popping up as it cooks? Yes. Oh, Gawin Judah. Yes, it should. It should pop right up. If it stays under, your meda is too low. But you don't want to crank your meda right up because then you'll make it way too hot. You got to slowly bring it up to the right temp. So if you look at mine, mine's bubbling, and that's good. It might be a little too low. It should bubble, but not over your pan. But it's going, and if you can see, so that's probably what, 2 or 3 minutes? Almost, it's
Ooh.
getting brown, but not good enough yet.
Nice. Gishidemgut. It's hot. Gishidemgut.
You should damn gut.
Eh.
So there's lots of ways you can eat this. Some know for tacos, they do a meat mixture, hamburger, beans, or chili, and then all your taco fixings, which is amazing. You can have it with soup. I have mine a lot with soup. Cut it in half, have it with zawamida, some butter. Or some people will make, we make blanket dogs or scone dogs. You wrap your fried bread in hot dog and you cook that. My kids love that. And some people make desserts. I haven't done that yet with like almost like an elephant ear. So they stretch it out even more and they add cinnamon and sugar to it afterwards when it's still kind of midday, and they have it as a dessert. Or you just have it with jam.
Yeah.
A lot of leftovers the next day. I use jam and eat it.
I went to New Mexico once and they had it there and they would serve it like with all the meals and at this restaurant that we'd eat at, and they give it to with honey too, to dip it in honey.
Oh yeah.
So yummy.
So since my 3 are going in a pan right there, I'm gonna start making another 3 because when those come out, it's gonna be empty, and I want to keep my meda going and my bread being made. So I'm gonna start a couple more here.
Jawin Nidnan Napane. Jawin Nidnan Napane. She's kneading some dough. Nidnan Napane. And as you are kneading, Jawin and Gretchen, you could say Neen Nidnan.
Nidnan.
Neen Midnon.
Nidnan. Nidn. Yeah, Nidnan.
Neen Midnon.
Obdik Bkwezhgan. Is it time to flip your breads? Obdik
Yeah, look at
Bkwezhgan.
that.
Jawin.
Uh-huh.
Wow. Zaujia. It's yellow and golden. Zaujia.
Belgia.
Mmm.
And don't worry, your kitchen does get messy. I get flour all over the place.
Me too. Ganigua. Oh yeah. So Gretchen, you have soup going. Remember the word for soup?
Boop. Boop. I have it's my baka we are from boop.
Mmm.
Delicious.
That sounds good.
hope everybody's doing okay over there on their in their homes and their.
I've got some pictures texted to me already of people's bread, and it's looking good.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
So, and I was always told that all of your energy goes into your medium when you're cooking it. So if you're angry or upset about something, just to take a break, because your bread will come out real hard and real nasty like, because of those thoughts that are going on in your head. So to take a break and to come back on it when you go and you're in a good place, all that love and all of your energy goes into your medium, so that you'll be able to tell if your bread's real hard. Maybe there was something that was bothering you, or there was something that was, just not in the right mind. And that when you're cooking, it's a good thing because you're feeding others and you're feeding yourself and your family and whoever that may be. So to put as much love in it as you can, and to think good thoughts when you do it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then your hands get all nasty. That's okay. You just wipe them off to the side, and I will check to see if my second side is done.
Zaujiag Migiji Tonga. When it's golden, done.
Oh, this one's done. See how brown it is?
Beautiful.
Mhm.
Giji Tonga. It's done. Giji Tonga.
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 And if you make them too thick, if you don't flatten them out enough, they won't cook in the middle either. So you need to have that baking powder will make it fluff up. So you need to make sure you flatten them out a bit.
When I made bread, it never looked that nice.
I know.
It's
Mine's
taken me years, trust me.
Mine doesn't look that good either.
I've had a lot of good teachers. And that's the thing. I had to sit and watch. So when I was young, I was into sports. I was into lots of other things besides cooking. So it wasn't until I was later in life, until I had kids, that I started to watch, because I needed to feed them. And Anishinaabeg Kwawag loved to share. And I would sit with elders and they would show me how to do this. And I had to figure it out though. I tried it their ways, I couldn't do it. So I had to figure out my own way, and I incorporated 3 different ones.
That's awesome. We have a question to the panelists. I don't know where to find it again. It said, do we make this every day or for special occasions?
Oh, golly. If you make this every day, holy smokes. Special occasions only. That's usually how it happens in my house. And that's up to you. That's, we'll have Indian tacos with blanket dogs, or I'll make this with corn soup or a different soup. But my kids like oven bread a lot more than fried bread because it's less greasy. And it's really up to you. But in my family, it's kind of only special occasions.
Mm-hmm. There was one day a couple months ago, I made it 2 days in a row, but it was because the first day I left it on the counter and our dog ate it all. I know, it's 6 pieces. The dog ate 6 pieces of fried bread.
Leftover fried bread is still good too. Pop that sucker in the microwave.
I had to make it again the next day because my kids were so sad because the dog ate it all. So had it.
Yes, leftovers my kids look forward to as well.
Yeah.
So my trick, I've used up all my dough. I only made 3. So I used 3 cups for that batch, and that got me 7 big breads.
Mhm.
So usually that would feed my family, but I always, just being me, I make lots. So
Yeah.
I usually use 5 cups, and then we have lots of leftover.
Oh yeah.
Oh, somebody
Nice.
asked, do you make the oven bread the same way and just skip the frying? Because it's the same.
Yes. So when it's watery like that, I put it in a glass square pan. I put parchment paper down, and I scoop all of that wetness into there, and it doesn't matter, which I was like, this isn't going to turn out. Best oven bread ever. Same recipe.
Cool.
I'll be giving away my tricks now.
I know.
But you're all lucky, because this comes only when it takes time. And you don't get this from a book.
Yeah, a little practice too then.
You do have to practice. It won't turn out every time. It took me a while to get mine nice. Mine used to look all flaky and get real crusty, and I didn't like that. It takes time, and you figure out your kneading.
Oh, it looks like we lost.
So then when your wet bowl looks all like that, I just throw all my dry stuff from my cookie sheet into it, and it's easier cleaning.
Have to do the cookie sheet next time. My counter's a big mess.
Yeah, then you don't have to clean your counter.
I know, it's a huge mess. Oh man.
That took me a few years to learn, though.
I like that tip.
That is good.
See, and you take
Okay, so sorry.
No, go ahead.
Okay, I wanted to just share some more words before too long. So, Bkwezhgan, your bread is hot. Okay, so gegwa dong niken. Don't touch when it's hot. Gegwa dong niken. Don't touch. Bobby tune. We knit kissing. Wait till the bread is cool. Bobby tune. We knit kissing.
We knit kissing.
Bobby tune. We knit kissing. And I don't know if anyone has bread to try and put butter on for the Anishinaabeg words.
Mm-hmm.
Bkwezhgan, Gretchen, Bkwezhgan, Bkwezhgan. Cut the bread. Bkwezhgan.
So I would say
Bkwezhgan, Bkwezhgan.
Bkwezhgan.
It would say Nin Bkwezhgan. It comes
Bkwezhgan.
longer when it's telling a story. When I'm commanding someone to do it, it sounds like sharper A at the end. Bkwezhgan, like that. Bkwezhgan, I'm being bossy. But if you're telling your story that I'm cutting the bread, it's Bkwezhgan, Nin Bkwezhgan, Bkwezhgan. And if you have butter, my elder, Dupnubikwa, Linda George, I asked her, how do you say spread the butter on it? And she said, show on butter.
Show on butter.
Show on butter. And she said it was because the elders couldn't speak English, but that's what butter is butter. So they would just not be able to say the R's. So they would say butter.
It's nice and warm.
Show on butter.
Oh, like cucumber.
Cucumber.
Like cucumber, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
And sweating.
Is it good?
Sweating is sweater.
Mm.
And then when I tell you to eat it, say me jin.
Me gin. Me gin.
Son,
Mhm.
me jin.
Me
Eat
gin.
it. Me jin. And then you can say ashke. Geni onind. Geni onind is give me some. Geni onind. And then the ashke at the beginning is like, well, you know, well, ashke. Geni onind.
Mm.
Add more?
Yeah.
Want some more?
Yeah.
Gretch, do you know how to say it tastes good?
No.
It's
Manapkud?
manapkud. Manapkud.
Manapkud.
Manapkud. Okay, that piece.
Okay,
Manapkud. I
someone
like
asked a question here. Manapkud, I'll write it down.
In the chat?
Manapkud is it tastes good. To say I like it is Midagwendan. Midagwendan.
dogs.
Or I like it. Somebody asked, how do I say I like it? Neen is me. Neen Midagwendan. This I like it. And ew sounds like ew, but it's not. It's ew. It's like that thing that I like it, like that. Neen Midagwendan ew. I like it. And somebody said it's delicious with honey. Manapkud. It tastes good. Manapkud. Manapkud. Can you say manapkud?
Manapkud.
Good. Enough good. Awesome.
So I
Oh,
hope
very
everybody
good.
is
Yeah.
turning out.
Yeah,
Mine turned out
mine did too. Mine was good.
pretty decent. I haven't tried it. I don't know what time it is. I'm on my phone.
We're at
doing
48 right now.
Oh, 48. So I
Yes.
hope everybody there's turned out. If there was any huge problems, let us know and maybe we can help you with that.
Yeah, if you want, so we have the slide deck from all our previous classes and we've just been adding to them. So put your email in the chat if you're comfortable with that, or you can send an email to me and I will make sure that you get it. I'm putting mine in there right now.
And it has all our vocabulary in there every week that we've been using. And today we just both wanted to be on camera, so we didn't
Yeah.
have the words. So maybe that's what we can do next week too, is go over the vocab.
Okay, yeah, that's a good idea.
That sounds good.
Rod, will
I-
the chat be saved, Rod, so that I can go back to that later?
I've been capturing it the whole time. I've got.
Okay, cool.
screensavers I'll share with you. Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
I just want to say Chimbigwech, Jawin, and Gretchen for showing us how you guys make bread, because even though it's like, it seems like everyone knows how to make it, not everyone knows how to make it, and not everybody is willing or able to teach, especially in the times that we're in now. It's really hard to find someone who will teach you, and some people have top secret recipes. So it's even more amazing that you're able to share with us. And I just feel so grateful. And I'm pretty sure the families are feeling so grateful too, and to empower them this way.
Oh, me Gwetch, I appreciate that. And the elders who taught me, Grandma Nancy, my little grandma, and my uncle, they always said, you know, these things are part of who we are. We've learned how to adapt to these. And if you're going to share them, show it. Don't, people have asked me for my recipe and I don't know how to do that. But when I can share, and right now that's how we can do this virtually. So I was taught by being shown, and now this is how I can teach others by showing you guys. It's virtually, but that's the times we live in, and I know they would still be okay with that. So that's why I'm okay with sharing this with you. But always acknowledge that. Not that it's, like I said, this isn't my own, this comes from 3 different people, but I've figured out how to do that for myself. And like we said, I really appreciate that, those words, Makogisun, of you know how to empower people, and that we can do good things and we can continue to share our ways. So miigwech.
Miigwech, everybody, for joining us tonight too. We'll be here again next week if you want to join us. Same time, place, maybe not the kitchen though. next week, eh?
Uh-huh. Bamapi.
Yeah, Bamapi,
Enjoy your Bkwezhgan.
Yeah, Bkwezhgan.
Wisnin, eat your food. Wisnin. Bamapi.
Yeah, miigwech.
Can I have some more?
Yes, you can have some more. You have to have some soup. Oh, mine's falling apart. Awesome. Miigwech, Bkwezhgan. Miigwech for sharing, Jawin.
It was fun. I'm
Oh,
just
yeah.
trying to read the comments now.
I know.
Yeah, me too.
It's awesome.
That was the most delightful session, I have to say. I loved it.
Oh,
It was-
Rod and Bkwezhgan, I wish I could ship you my bread right now.
Oh, I would love to have some. My goodness. That was-
look at what happened to mine.
that first one, that first one was a little hot.
Too hot. It was way too.
Oh,
Anyway.
I'd love to see some of the pictures that were sent to you, Gretchen. That would be really cool.
Oh,
Gretchen,
yeah.
you gotta take a picture of that too and post that.
No way.
Just say this is what happens when it's too
Okay.
hot.
It happened to everyone.
Wow. Well, that was
Okay.
really terrific.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jawin and Tiffany and Gretchen.
Yeah.
Really. That was
Uh-huh. I hope it wasn't too fast. I hope it was like they could catch it. I was worried that I was going like too fast, but I have never done it this way before.
It was, you were natural. It was
Yeah.
it was so personal. It was really,
Oh.
really delightful.
What are we gonna make next, Jawin? What's next?
Well, we could do like other things. I don't know. Like we could do, but see, what I was thinking too is that like I wanted to teach our traditional, like I wanted to do wild rice, but I guess like these are
Oh.
adult, they can go buy wild rice.
Yeah,
Yep, they can.
let's do it.
Like
Yep, anywhere.
we could try stuff. Like I don't know what else. I'm
That
not
was
good at
really
cooking.
good.
I can cook duck. I can cook, but that's not hard. Like, I don't know. Maybe we just have recipes. Maybe we put that in a chat. Like, maybe we can make a form next week and have participants fill it out to see what they would like to
Yeah.
see.
And we can just cook whatever and then have language with it, right? It doesn't have to be traditional food. You can do mac and cheese.
Oh yeah, like soup is easy.
Yeah. Okay. I got
What if we even tried to like? What if we just went outside Bkwezhgan and we just did stuff outside one day?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. It doesn't have to be cooking, any kind of activity, and see what
Yeah.
the language is around that.
Oh yeah, that'd be nice.
so excited, guys.
Because now that I know I can do it on my phone, like
Yeah.
you just go outside and talk about everything outdoors.
That would be easier if I like went to town and used my phone in town.
Yeah.
That would be something that we could do. So maybe let's look like even in June, like one of those days. Whatever works good for your schedule, Bkwezhgan.
Everything's looking good. Like, what would we do, you think?
We could just go like if you went to Crothers Park or wherever,
Yes.
and you could just talk about like the trees, the leaves, like
Oh,
grass, water, river,
That-
like
A nature walk.
you know, and then like
Park walk, yeah.
maybe we could then we can have like a scavenger hunt afterwards. Like, so
Oh.
you go through, we give them all the vocab before, and then
Yeah.
you go through that day with us in the park, and then we give them scavenger hunt to do afterwards with them on their family time.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, I've done this before. It sounds good.
That would be
Cool.
cool. I think
Yeah.
this is the most people we've had on. How many people were
It was.
on?
Yeah,
We had, I think, what did you say, Rod?
it
20?
peaked out at 21
21?
families, right? It's not
Yeah.
21 individuals, it's 21
Yeah.
little clusters of people probably.
See,
Yeah.
but they got to keep
Yeah.
coming back. They just wanted the fry bread. They gotta keep coming, learning some Ojibwe.
It was an engaging topic for sure.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, good idea, ladies.
It was
All
fun.
right, miigwech, I appreciate it.
Yeah,
Everybody,
miigwech, everybody. Okay.
Appreciate
Oh,
it. Have a
me
good night and enjoy your Bkwezhgan.
Yeah. We'll see you next time.